Does SEO still matter? I don't get this. It's 2021. I think people are, when we started a couple years back, some people weren't too familiar with SEO. I think a lot of people, and it's okay if you don't, right? SEO stands for search engine optimization. It's basically ranking your Google My Business profile and your website higher in Google, right? So for, some of you might not be too familiar with what SEO is. So just to show you real quick, we can, well, hang on, I got my screen all out of whack. Let me see. Yeah, y'all can see it now. So again, these are Google local service ads. These are regular Google ads. These are Google My Business, which SEO plays a part into this, right? So we'll be talking a little bit about this today. This is the Google Map Pack, which is where your Google My Business profile ranks, if optimized properly in here, right? And then this is major. This is search engine optimization. SEO is ranking your website organically in the top 10 is where you want to be on the first page of Google, right? So everything we're talking about today is getting your website here and here, right? So hopefully that helped out some of the people that might be newer to the SEO world. That's kind of what we're working on. And yes, it still matters, right? Like, so there's some, it's like I said, it's becoming less and less common. The companies I talk to, businesses and the restoration companies that are, they think they don't need it. And I mean, if you're trying to do, $1 million plus, 10 million plus, 20 million plus, I mean, everybody has different goals, but it's matters. And I can promise you the big boys are doing it if you have goals to do that. I mean, again, it's 2021. The internet is here to stay. And it at this point, it doesn't look like it's going anywhere, right? I think Google, Facebook, all these guys are taking over the world day by day, right? So we just got to adapt and live with it. But no, all joking aside, so why does it matter getting ranked in these spots, right? Like it can take a little time to get there. So, it leads to traffic, which leads to leads, which leads to jobs. And I just want to show you guys, these are just text messages we get in from our clients about some of the jobs they're landing, right? So, I mean, and this is why I get excited about it, because it's so important. Like, you guys know, if you're in restoration, I mean, yeah, the average is probably what, $3,000 average mitigation job, maybe 9 to 12 if you do the putbacks. But I mean, these can be one phone call that can lead from a ranking. One phone call can be, look, I mean, here's 12, 6, 16. Here's a $25,000 mitigation plus 70 rebuild, $100,000 job from one phone call. So that is why this is important. It can change your lives. It can change your business. So if you're doing it, keep doing it. And if it can take a little while to see results, but man, hang in there. It can literally skyrocket your business. So that is why this still matters. Just wanted so if you're here and you're still wondering whether you should do it or not, like I said, if you're trying to grow your business this year compared to last year, I highly recommend it, right? Just a couple things about this. So, there's studies that have shown because I used to hear everybody's going to Google local service ads, right? As you guys can see at the top. And I'm like, no, they're not. Yes, you can get leads from there. And yes, I recommend doing that. You want multiple lead pillars, right? In the restoration world, there's ebbs and flows in the call volume, right? I know every one of you have experienced that. You might get 5 jobs in a day. It might be quiet for 2 weeks. That's the way the industry works, right? So most of you probably want more consistency in your traffic, more consistency in your leads, more consistent jobs. So from an SEO standpoint, 71% of the clicks come from the map pack I just showed you guys and the top 10 results, organic results on page 1 of Google. So almost 3/4 of all clicks come from organic search results, right? So 75%, I'd say that justifies that SEO is important. And of that, 67% of those clicks come from the top 3 in the Google My Business and the top 2 right here. So still almost 3/4 of all clicks on page 1 go to the top 5 listings, right? So, if any of you guys are already on page 1, just hang in there. Once you get into the top 2, it can be, that's when it gets fun. So I just want to show you guys that. I mean, it's still important. You know, everybody, yes, paid traffic. I recommend it. It's another lead channel, but don't discount SEO and the benefits it can have to your business from doing it right and getting it set up properly, right? So I just mentioned this, like you can't rely on local service ads and pay-per-click alone to get to the levels you want to get to. I mean, if you're looking for a job like, here and there, okay. But if you're really trying to run this like a business and get to the next level, like I said, we're talking, 7-figure businesses. Even maybe if you're trying to get from the 10 million up to the 12 million point. I mean, if you're there, then you're already doing SEO. I haven't talked to a client, that's at that level and they're not, they don't already have an SEO strategy. Hope you got value out of that video. If you're looking for more ideas and strategies for better ways to market your water, mold, or fire damage restoration business online, you can go to restorationmarketinggroup.com, and there we have a free checklist you can download. It's called the Ultimate Online Marketing Guide for Damage Restoration Contractors. And there you'll be able to get the latest strategies that are working now to really increase your lead flow online. You could probably even 5 to 10x the number of leads you're getting per month from internet marketing. So there should be a link below, restorationmarketinggroup.com, and there you can download the checklist for free of charge, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks.